Wait, if I don't see the chat, it's gonna be a problem.
Alright, welcome back everyone!
Oh,
So
hello
we
there.
are Potterthon, a yearly Harry Potter based speedrunning event. We are raising money for charity. This year, we as a community decided to support the Trevor Project, a non-profit organization focused on suicide prevention efforts among the LGBTQ plus youth. So don't forget, while you enjoy this speedrun, that you can donate to that cause by typing !donate in the chat. And now, for the next 2 hours, you are going to get to enjoy Yoshi playing through Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. Yoshi is rather new to the community, but got really good at HP5 really fast, and is currently 3rd place on the leaderboard. So we are going to get to see a pretty high tier, high skilled speedrun. So I'm going to give it over to Yoshi.
Oh, hi there. I'm a bit nervous, so excuse me if I sound a bit, well, how'd you call it? Shaky. And I'm probably, yeah, never mind that. I'm just a bit nervous. So, yeah. I'm gonna speedrun HP5 because, yeah, it's a game I like. Sometimes. Yeah, that would be it, though. But I only need the start sign, though. Because I don't see it myself. I suggest I just start then, alright? Okay. Let's roll.
June forgot she was muted.
Oh, yeah.
Joli crochet, Big D! Salut, Big D! À la même heure demain!
Alors, Big D, t'as encore frappé un môme de 10 ans?
So, yeah, we're coming up to a Dementor, like a Dementor fight, which is a tutorial how to cast the Patronus. I'm so bad at explaining this. I'm sorry for that.
Qu'est-ce que tu fais? Je ne fais rien du tout.
So, yeah.
Oh, no.
If I fall silent, that is mostly because I'm focusing or I don't know what to say.
Spero patronum! Spero patronum!
Un danger pour le monde des sorciers? C'était de la légitime défense. Comment ça va, Harry? Je vois que les autres membres de l'ordre t'ont ramené sain et sauf.
Une fois ces bagages prêts. À plus tard, Harry.
Oui, merci, Tonks.
Qu'est-ce que t'as fait cet été?
Je me suis ennuyé pendant que vous vous amusiez ici au QG de l'ordre.
So, we're coming up to the...
On a surtout fait du ménage pour maman.
Yeah, first tutorial to learn Action de Pulso.
Je dois placer tout ce qui est dans la pièce contre le mur pour que maman puisse nettoyer le sol.
Tu sais, Harry, tu
I'm
n'es
just
plus
a
chez les
bit too
Dursley.
nervous.
Tu peux utiliser la
It's
magie.
alright. Well, you can tell chat why are you playing the game in French?
I'm playing the game in French because it's the fastest language for this game.
Commençons par le sort action.
And you can all...
Je vais te montrer
And
sur cette
hearing
chaise.
Harry being
D'abord,
angry in
il faut
French.
viser la chaise.
So, yeah.
Ensuite, bouge ta baguette comme ça. Puis prononce action.
Yeah, Harry also yells the spells really aggressively in French.
Yep, Harry is very aggressive.
Tu dois viser
And then are you going to go for the genie skip right here?
I promised myself that if in event I will fail, I just continue on. But I will attempt though. But it's very
Repulso.
like it's very RNG based if you get it or not.
On doit mettre là-bas tout ce qui se trouve ici.
Like it's
Well,
frame
we
perfect.
believe in you. We believe.
Merci.
Well,
Maman me laissera
didn't get it.
peut-être souffler
Fuck.
5 minutes.
Tu as vu Ron?
Not to worry about it.
Maman a mis tout le monde au travail. Ils sont quelque part.
Allons les chercher.
À plus tard, Ginny.
Alors, c'est
It's okay. Ginny is my
Les tiennes ont sûrement
favorite
été plus
character.
amusantes.
So.
Not
Moi, j'étais
mine.
coincé chez les Dursley.
Definitely not mine.
de ne pas t'écrire.
Well, never mind.
Jenny tends to screw me over a lot in my runs.
Rester chez les Dursley, ça ne serait pas arrivé.
Molly t'a
Like,
confié des tâches ménagères à toi aussi,
imagine that
Marianne?
if you're trying Ginny Skip 2 in
Alors,
Castle,
je vais t'aider.
if you miss that,
Le sort qu'il nous faut, c'est un
it
réparant.
can happen that that the door will
Regarde-moi.
remain locked and you
Vise
still
bien
have to
ce qui est
talk to
cassé.
her.
Ensuite, bouge ta baguette comme
And
ça.
that's
et
pretty
dis,
annoying.
Réparo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know a lot of gamer guys hate talking to girls, so I can see that.
Réparo.
Bullying chat. Bad host. Bad host.
Bruh.
Attends, je vais te donner un coup de main. Je vais te donner un coup de main.
Qu'est-ce qui s'est passé avec les détraqueurs?
Also, what sometimes can happen is that the game sometimes likes to crash for me.
Ouais, tu parles
So
d'une
if in a
chance.
cutscene it
Je vais
takes too
sûrement
long,
me
it
faire
might
renvoyer
be
de Poudlard
because
pour avoir empêché les
either
détraqueurs de
the
m'embrasser.
game likes to
Tu seras
crash.
très vite de
That's the only
retour à Poudlard.
problem.
Pas sûr, vu le temps
But
que je mets
we
à faire
hope
mes
I
bagages.
hope
va
that
te
it will
donner un
not
coup de main.
happen this run.
Le Wingardium Leviosa.
And if it happens,
c'est un
I'll just
sort pour
reload
soulever.
it.
Regarde bien. Vise les vêtements avec ta baguette, puis fais ce geste.
So yeah, we're gonna learn Wingardium Leviosa by
Wingardium Leviosa.
putting
Une fois que les
putting
vêtements
in
flottent dans
close
les airs,
to
tu peux les
Ron's
déplacer comme
trunk.
ça. Pour poser
I don't
les
know whose
vêtements dans le
trunk it is,
coffre,
but
tu brises le sort.
Ron just doesn't like to do it
Wingardium
himself,
Leviosa.
so he needs our help.
Bon lancer.
Honestly, I feel like this is just laziness, because it would have been so much easier to
Lazier?
just go over and like put
Pick it
them
up.
in. Yeah, like I don't know. It seems like it wouldn't take that much longer to just do it the Muggle way, but when you have spells, you have spells.
Yeah, you have spells. Why use your hands when you have wands?
Wingardium Leviosa.
Or in
Pratique
French
pour dépasser
baguettes.
des choses. Et garder ses distances avec les chaussettes de Ron.
Hermione a étudié la question. Ils ne peuvent pas te renvoyer. Ah ouais? Qu'est-ce que ces détraqueurs faisaient là?
C'est une très bonne question. Je dois aller. Bonsoir.
Tout le monde vous attend. Venez avec moi.
Setting this game actually doesn't blow my ears out.
On pense à la même chose?
So you said
Nous avons la
you
cape
didn't like Ginny,
d'invisibilité.
right? So who
Mais
is your
monter la
favorite
garde
character
est de
then?
plus en plus
And who is
difficile.
Chat's
Vous savez
favorite
l'importance que
character?
Voldemort lui accorde.
Well,
trouver un
depends.
moyen.
Tu entends? Voldemort est à la
I
recherche
usually
d'une
had on
arme.
my layout when I run it on my own, it
Chut.
would be Fred and
La
George.
réunion est terminée. Vite, tous au lit avant que maman nous surprenne. Quel que soit ce truc, j'espère bien.
But
qu'on l'a.
which one?
Both of them.
No, you have to pick one.
Fuck, I don't know.
I like Fred better of the two of them.
Presque.
Là, Harry.
So
In the
yeah.
books, he seems slightly more emotional. Sure.
Pour une simple infraction.
Yep.
Silence,
So
silence.
we're going to
Je n'ai pas
Hogwarts,
partisan d'une
at
condamnation.
which we will trigger the first discovery, so we can trigger Myrtle on the stairs instead of in the common room.
Nous accueillons notre nouveau professeur de défense contre les forces du mal, le professeur Dolores Ombrage, qui...
Merci, cher directeur. Le ministre de la magie.
Chat can say anything that it wants about me being like socially awkward. I don't see anything about it anyways.
Le progrès pour le progrès ne doit pas être encouragé. Il faut trouver un équilibre.
It's okay. Chat is socially awkward too. You're not alone.
Préserver ce qui doit être très éclairant.
Well, they probably are more social
Mais
than
avec
me.
des ingrédients importants.
Merci, professeur Ombrage. À vous et à tous les nouveaux, bienvenue à Poudlard.
Oh yeah, I should probably explain why I play on low graphics. Maybe.
Yeah, go ahead.
The reason I play on low graphics is because you will see the colors of the students a bit more easier when you're getting the password for 2 portraits. So when I see them, I know exactly which one I have to get to.
Je jure solennellement que mes intentions sont mauvaises. Mes faits accomplis. Tu ferais bien de monter.
Okay.
Hermione va râler si t'es en retard.
Of course.
Oh look, he was your favorite characters.
So by triggering the wood in the how is it called? I don't know.
Les gens de soutiennent
By
les termites
triggering the
depuis leur
wood,
victoire
we
en
can
championnat.
trigger
Ah non, la
Myrtle
seule
when
commune.
we get up the
Nous devons éviter de
first
faire attendre
stairs,
Hermione.
which saves about maybe almost a minute, I think. I'm not so sure. But it saves us getting her in the common room.
J'ai trouvé quelque chose.
So when we get to the common room and we flip the notice board, we can instantly go back down.
Partout dans Poudlard. Tu devrais les chercher.
Tu vas voir qu'on va trouver une autre chambre des secrets.
Nice
Pleine
face,
d'araignées
Ron.
cette fois.
Pas des
Not even
araignées.
using your lips to talk.
Spéciaux et extrêmement rares.
Tu veux dire qu'il y a vraiment une autre chambre?
Pas une chambre.
And that is what I like about the low graphics, because stuff tends to go a bit wrong with the animations on the faces if they're a bit out of range.
Et extraordinaire y apparaissent.
Super, elle est où cette salle des récompenses?
Mais bien sûr, demandons à Mimi. Mimi nous dira tout. Eh bien, c'est un secret. Il faudra la trouver vous-même.
So yeah, we're now going up to common room.
C'était si calme durant les...
Salut.
Okay, Harry.
Il m'a rappelé. Je suis peut-être une dame.
I had it happen sometimes where I went to Myrtle and she crashed my game. Oh yeah, with going back down, we encountered the first pain in the behind, and that is the stairs. They have a mind of their own. Sometimes they actually listen to what you want, and other times they just say, no, we don't. We're gonna just change, just to annoy you. Also, the students tend to do that, by getting in your way. The 2 things I hate most about running any percent, getting blocked like this. And you cannot move. Come on, get out! Jesus, that was annoying. Like normally, when you don't get blocked, you have a bit more. You save a bit of time because you don't get blocked by students on the way down. Ah, here we see Neville getting bullied by some Slytherins, which we have
The
to.
first grader Slytherins.
Yep, bullying a
Come
5th
on,
year.
Neville. Come on.
Neville has to stand up for himself. So yeah. We're coming up to, well, the DA Tower, I think. Yeah, it's DA Tower. Where we will encounter Umbridge, being Umbridge, like being mean.
Moi des 3 sorciers.
Au revoir.
And this is also a spot where, in one of my runs, I managed to just skip that cutscene entirely. The problem is that And everyone after, it didn't happen anymore.
Arrangez vos baguettes. Brevet universel
But yeah.
de sorcellerie élémentaire. Buse. Travaillez dur.
I do not
Et
like
vous
Umbridge
serez
because of the
récompensé.
character she is.
Si vous échouez,
Just way too
les
mean.
conséquences pourraient être dramatiques.
Rien n'est indiqué au sujet de l'utilisation
Oh
des
yeah, and they
sorts
can
de
look,
défense.
and she refuses to teach them spells. So
Je ne vois pas pourquoi
yeah,
vous
they will
utiliseriez
do it
les sortilèges
themselves.
de défense.
Je sais pas trop. Peut-être parce que Voldemort...
Spoiler
C'est un
alert.
mensonge.
Heck, I don't care about spoilers. Everyone should have
Je l'ai
seen like
affronté.
maybe know about
Monsieur
HP5
Potter.
at some
Ce
point,
soir.
right?
Dans mon bureau. Bien.
Yeah,
Tout le
if you're
monde au
watching
premier
Potterthon,
chapitre.
you probably
You probably know what is gonna
Précisons
happen.
les débutants.
Passionnant.
Ne pas pratiquer les sorts en année de buse, c'est incroyable.
Alors c'est ça qui t'énerve. Alors qu'un professeur m'a traité de menteur devant tout le monde.
On pourrait demander à Fred et George. Ils ont déjà suivi les cours de défense de 5e année.
Fred et George, ils ne savent que s'amuser, pas faire de la magie.
Peut-être, mais on n'a rien à perdre à essayer, non? Allons les voir.
So yeah, now we go to Fred and George, who is gonna teach Harry and his friends some useful spells which Umbridge refuses to learn for some reason, otherwise to protect the children.
Le professeur Trelawney dit qu'à 19 ans, je gagnerais 10 000 galions. Si ça pouvait être maintenant. Si tu veux progresser en sortilège, tu peux toujours aller voir le professeur Fitwick.
Ils sont là.
Bonjour les préfets. Vous venez nous surveiller? Nous demandez quoi, Harry? C'est Ombrage. Elle refuse de nous enseigner la pratique des sorts de défense contre les forces du mal. On sait.
I apologize to chat if I'm a bit
T'en
too
penses quoi, George?
silent.
Je crois qu'avec ces débutants, il faut reprendre les bases. Sortez vos baguettes. Alors, un bon ennemi est un ennemi sans baguette. Montre-nous, George. Avec plaisir, Fred. Bon, soyez attentifs.
Oh yeah, now we can learn how to disarm people.
Expelliarmus. Superbe, George.
It's gonna be
Je croyais
fun.
presque que tu écoutes en classe. Bon, à ton tour de lancer, Harry. Expelliarmus. Bon.
So now we wait for whoever of the twins is walking back so that we can cast again.
Excellent.
So we only have to cast 3 times.
Bon, Expelliarmus, c'est fait. Mais pour ôter le sourire
And
de la
for
bouche d'un
Stupefy, you can
serpentard,
just
rien de
spam.
mieux qu'un bon vieux stupéfixe, comme Fred va le démontrer. Stupéfixe. Pas mal. Bon, à ton tour de lancer, Harry. Imagine que je suis Malfoy. Stupéfixe. Excellent. Bon, montre ça aux deux autres.
So yeah, now there's another random Slytherin coming up who wants to fight us for whatever reason, just because he doesn't like Harry. Okay. So, one thing that can happen here if you do it right. That was not right. But you can take someone out in 3 hits if you do it correctly. But yeah, I feel that I start to feel that a lot now.
Bonsoir, Monsieur Potter. Vous savez pourquoi vous êtes ici?
Ouais, pour avoir dit la vérité.
C'est moi qui décide de ce qui est vrai.
Je ne dois
And about this one, I don't really like.
Qu'est-ce
I
que tu as
don't
sur la main?
mind with time, I get.
Je croyais qu'Ombrage te donnait des lignes.
Cause yeah,
Parlons-en, Hermione. Elle saura
I have time
sûrement
to
comment
grind
soigner ta main.
when this is over. So,
Je jure solennellement que mes intentions sont mauvaises. Mes faits accomplis.
Il y a un passage
so now we have to grab
qui se trouve au
the
deuxième
passwords
étage
for
du
the
grand escalier.
portraits, which also includes the stairs. Yay, stairs! Yay, fun! But luckily, if you know what to do with the stairs, you can easily get them back to where you want them.
Je suppose que tu apprécierais qu'on soigne ta blessure?
I think we're fine on stairs, actually. Maybe. Yeah, we're fine on the stairs.
Bonjour. Vous gardez un passage secret?
There's a... Normally, when you want to talk to this portrait, Hermione will tell you that you can talk to this portrait, but if you interact before it, you will actually start talking to the portrait instead, and when you leave, Hermione will say that you can talk to it. But then you already did it.
Il y a un passage secret ici.
Silence! Qui va là?
Harry Potter.
Ah, un brave garçon. Mais seuls les élèves de Pouf-Souffle ou ceux qui ont le mot de passe peuvent entrer.
De Pouf-Souffle. Bon.
So now we have to talk to a Hufflepuff student and a Ravenclaw student for their respective passwords.
Œuf de dragon.
J'ai appris que vous aviez été un membre de la maison de Pouf-Souffle. Vous méritez une récompense, Monsieur Potter.
I just focus way too much on this game, but that is alright.
Excellent. Je maintiens ma confiance en la maison de Serdaigle. Je dirais que vos efforts méritent un O pour optimal. Le passage vous est ouvert. Dorénavant, dites simplement succès studieux.
Succès studieux.
Un esprit curieux est un esprit sain.
Yeah, I should probably, like, in a bit of an easy moment where I can talk why I chose to start running this game instead of others. Yeah. The reason I started running HP5 was I used to play it a lot when I was like 7 or 9 years old. And in December, after being intrigued for too long, I just decided why not. Could be fun. So yeah, now I'm here. Because I wanted to show what can happen if you grind this game a bit too hard.
C'est une bibliothèque ici. Si j'avais mon balai.
So yeah, we have to get a flying book with it. By standing on the table, we force the book to move, so we can get the spell book. Can you climb off the table, Harry? Thank you. So now we have to go to a bathroom to learn spells. Yeah, in a bathroom from all the places. Not like in the common room, but no. Some haunted bathroom.
Œuf de dragon.
Passez, ami de Pouf-Souffle.
À bas, Potter.
Et si tu la fermais?
Incendio!
Mince!
Incendio! Très bien. Exercez le nôtre.
N'allumez pas les
So we
lampes,
have to.
j'ai mal à la tête.
So, yeah. Never mind. I thought it was sounded better in my head.
Oh, c'est toi.
I'm just still a bit too nervous.
Tu viendrais me voir.
Salut Mimi. Sirius?
Alors Ombrage vous cause des ennuis?
Elle veut pas qu'on pratique la magie.
C'est parce que Fudge pense que Dumbledore utilise Poudlard pour entraîner une armée. Oh, quelqu'un arrive. Désolé, je dois décoller.
Mince alors.
Super. Voldemort se prépare et Fudge lui donne un petit coup de main. Comment on va empêcher ça?
So yeah, they decide
Nous devons
to
être capables de nous défendre.
make Dumbledore's army. Now we can, after this cutscene, we can start recruiting them.
Qui me voudrait comme professeur?
But first we have to find the room of requirement, where
Faire ce
we
genre de
can
choses dans la
technically,
C'est pas comme à l'école.
done right, you can get a
En une fraction de
multitask.
seconde, on peut se faire tuer. Ou on peut voir un ami mourir comme ça, sous ses yeux.
Tu as raison, Harry. C'est pour ça qu'on a besoin de toi. Il faut que tu nous dises comment c'est d'affronter Voldemort. Ils ont tous signé.
Hé! Vous en bas!
Il faut trouver Neville.
Allons chercher Neville.
Neville a dit qu'il serait dans la serre de botanique. Retrouvons-le là-bas.
So yeah, we have to help Neville, which is near the obology because he done something wrong. Probably done something with his fantasization for plants.
Œuf de dragon.
Que votre courage perdure.
But first, because of road, we have to help another portrait, which will help us get a bit more faster in the castles. Or the castle.
C'est ça. Recouvrez-le.
Qu'est-ce que vous faites?
Which also gives us the remaining points so that we can hopefully trigger the multitask in the room of requirement.
Merci. Merci. Il est des leurs. J'en suis certain. Entrez vite, allez. Dorénavant, dites...
I'm just a bit bad at explaining stuff.
Incendio! Incendio! Un coup de main. Continuez. Elle en a eu au moins la moitié. On a presque atteint la porte. Continuez.
On a réussi.
Il en reste à l'intérieur.
On n'a pas terminé.
Allez. Ok, on y est presque. Ok, allez.
So now Neville will guide us to the room where we can hopefully trigger the last thing to get a level up in discovery points, which will, if it's done right and not by you, Ron, smacking into me, will hopefully lets us be able to move while learning Protego.
C'est ici.
And if it doesn't work, yeah, then we do it the normal way.
C'est formidable! On dirait que Poudlard nous pousse à nous battre.
Nous n'avons plus qu'à aller voir les autres pour leur dire où se trouve la salle.
Hey, I think we got the multitask. Nice.
J'ai mis la liste des membres de l'AD sur le panneau d'affichage. Comme ça, on sait qui on doit encore prévenir.
On les trouvera avec la carte du maraudeur. Cherche un membre de l'AD et on ira le chercher.
So now you will see Myrtle come down, and after we've done the talking with Neville, we can skip the dialogue and move in the room of requirements.
C'est vrai que c'est difficile. Voyons si le livre donne des conseils.
Protego! C'est bon, Neville, je te montre. Fais comme moi. Go!
Oh, I got stuck in the corner again. Oh well, we got at least out of the room of requirement.
Regardons la liste pour voir qui chercher ensuite.
Like normally when we're going to Ginny, you can do a skip which saves 20 seconds or more. But in my experience, I fail the skip too much, so I won't even go for it in here. Because even without a skip on a run, I can, in theory, can gain up to 13 seconds just by having good movement and not being blocked.
Ombrage a confisqué des bouteilles à Fred et à Georges. Rusard croit qu'il s'agit de filtres d'amour.
Pourquoi Fred et Georges ont-ils des filtres d'amour?
Ce ne sont pas des filtres d'amour, idiot. C'est du venin de Doxy pour les boîtes à flemme. Il faut qu'on récupère ces bouteilles ou Fred et Georges seront renvoyés. Elles sont dans la réserve d'Ombrage. Harry, tu peux utiliser ta cape d'invisibilité pour les récupérer?
Pas de problème, je vais la chercher dans le dortoir.
Hé!
But
Vous en bas!
I'm
Montez par
wrong, can
ici.
get out of the way, please. Alright. So now we spoke to Ginny, even though with or without. We just go up to the dormitory and grab the cloak so we can steal Venom back from Umbridge.
J'adore cette cape.
Bon, n'oubliez pas qu'il faut être discret. Donc, pas un mot, Ron.
Moi? C'est plutôt toi qui peux pas tenir plus de 20 secondes sans crier après quelqu'un.
Il ne faut pas lancer de sort tant qu'on est là-dessous. Il n'y a pas assez de place. On pourrait nous voir.
That's at least one stair that cooperated with me. Second stair, what is going on? Oh, yep. Normally I wait. If the stair is moving another direction, I go back up to force it back to where I want it to go. But this time I actually didn't have to. Oh, fuck. That was a bit, that went a bit wrong, but I don't worry about it. Even brothers like me can sometimes make a small mistake. So yeah, to get past these Slytherins, you have to knock over those faces. But they can also stand in your way when you want to walk past them. And he goes out the door, nice.
Réussir à les éloigner de la porte du bureau d'Ombrage.
Ombrage sera furieuse. Vite!
Like that. They will stand in the way, but you can usually pass them if you move correctly.
Vous avez vu ça? Difficile à croire qu'il reste encore des choses à confisquer.
Comment on va trouver les bouteilles?
Axio, venin de Doxy.
Ouais, c'est ce que j'allais proposer.
Maintenant, filons d'ici.
Ce serait mieux si la cape était plus grande.
Yeah, so now after we talk to Jenny, we have to go down to Zacharias. Which I don't like anyways. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah, we have also to skip the talk with Myrtle. Because, yeah, Myrtle's, in my opinion, pretty annoying. So we talk to this guy, we go through him. And now usually I would show a skip that you can do here, but I'm not going to because that skip is pretty hard.
L'AD se réunira tout à l'heure.
Pas possible pour moi. J'ai trop de devoirs à faire et mon travail scolaire passe en premier. Tu peux comprendre ça, non?
Bien sûr. Et si on t'aide à faire tes devoirs, est-ce que tu viendras à la réunion?
Quoi? Chut. Peut-être. Mais il me faut un exemplaire du monstrueux livre des monstres.
Ok, on va te trouver ça. Pas de problème.
Hermione!
Trouvons le monstrueux livre des monstres. C'est le bon secteur. Le monstrueux livre des monstres doit être par ici. Voilà le...
Bien joué, Harry.
Allons le donner à Zacharias.
So yeah, for Zacharias we had to get a monster book. Which is not the only thing he wants. He wants even more stuff. But that will come later.
On va voir si elle a inventé de nouvelles règles. Non, je dois me laver les cheveux.
Oh, one of the most interesting skips in this entire run.
Ça sent le sang de bourbe, hein?
Why are you climbing, Harry? Didn't tell you to climb.
Wingardium Leviosa!
C'est le devoir d'histoire de la
Oh.
magie pour le
Well,
professeur
fuck.
Binks.
I missed.
Ouais, on doit citer 5 gargouilles
Ah,
qui
well.
parlent. J'ai regardé
Not
dans
so
l'histoire
bad.
de Poudlard, mais ça me dit pas où elles sont. Je ne me souviens pas que Beans ait parlé de gargouilles.
I did manage to get run up on the bench, though.
Tu me prêtes tes notes, Hermione?
Non!
I did hit Hermione, but
Vous me
it
direz
didn't.
quand vous les aurez trouvés? Ce serait
Didn't
sympa.
count for
Pas de
hits, though.
problème.
Which
Il va
is a
falloir
bit.
qu'on soit très
It's a
attentif.
shame.
Il y a des tas de gargouilles à Poudlard, mais très peu savent parler. Je crois qu'il y a une gargouille qui parle près d'ici.
Vous
So
êtes-
now we have to
Ça fait une
get gargoyles for Dean. Because he doesn't know where they are. So he asks us to get it for them. Or for him.
Salut.
So now we have to go to the Patil twins. If I'm not getting blocked by a Hufflepuff student.
Salut Harry.
Salut Padma. Parvati.
Vous pourrez venir à une réunion de l'AD tout à l'heure?
Eh bien, c'est qu'on doit aller voir le professeur Trelawney. Elle va interpréter un de mes rêves.
Ah, et après, vous pourrez venir?
Je sais pas. Rejoins-nous en divination et on te le dira. Salut. Salut.
C'est Michael Corner, non?
Salut. C'est vrai qu'il y a une réunion de l'AD? Il paraît que t'as trouvé un endroit pour qu'on puisse s'entraîner.
Quoi? C'est censé être un secret!
Du calme, c'est Neville qui l'a dit à Ernie et Ernie me l'a répété.
On se retrouve là-bas alors.
Ouais, d'accord. Je sais pas si Terry et Anthony le savent, il faudrait leur dire. Moi je le dirai à Ginny si je la vois.
I think it's a bit better for if I just a bit more focus on this. Like I feel a bit too awkward to talk a bit right now. But that's me. So if it's a bit more, if it's silent, just think that I don't find it a bit easy to talk.
Comment vas-tu, Harry?
Salut Anna. Qu'est-ce que tu fais?
Je dois réfléchir. Me souvenir. Oh, j'aurais jamais fini mes révisions.
On peut au moins t'aider dans une matière. On a notre première réunion de défense contre les forces du mal.
Une réunion? Mais Ombrage a interdit les clubs. Elle nous verra y aller. Je raterai mes buses. Je serai renvoyée. On sera tous renvoyés.
Tout va bien. On va utiliser un passage secret pour se rendre à la réunion.
Ah bon? Il est où ce passage?
On te le dira. Viens, Harry.
Bon, on n'a plus qu'à trouver un passage secret vers le 7e étage où Anna ne viendra pas.
Il y en aura bien quelque part dans le grand escalier. Allons voir.
Tu n'as...
Encore en pleine aventure.
Comment ça se passe?
Y a quelqu'un?
Hermione? Hermione, c'est Angelina. Des serpentards ont saccagé la salle des trophées et attaqué Rusard. Je suis enfermée!
Il faut la faire sortir. Si Rusard la trouve, Ombrage va priver Gryffondor de Quidditch pour toujours.
Et ce serait la fin du monde, n'est-ce pas? Bon, trouvons un moyen de faire sortir Angelina.
Wingardium Leviosa! Besoin d'aide? Tu ne te serais pas entraîné sans nous le dire?
C'est ça, continue.
Ça y est, Harry, on a presque fini.
Si Ombrage nous surprend, on est cuit. Réparons! Réparons!
Réparons! Super!
Elle est ici.
Je te tiens.
So yeah,
Il y a un problème, monsieur Rusard?
Je ne sais pas ce qui se
I'm not
passe
so keen
ici,
on
mais
explaining
je vous ai
stuff
tous
like
à
how
l'œil,
skips
petit
work
monstre.
because, yeah, and talking in general is not so easy for me. I hope the chat understands that. Like literally, before the run, I was actually like so nervous that I was actually thinking about should I even do this, but then I thought, well, might as well do it.
Cette souris en tasse, c'est super facile. Et toi, tu as réussi? Ah bah, Potter.
Voilà Suzanne. On devrait aller lui parler de la salle sur demande.
Qu'est-ce qu'elle fait avec Crabbe et Goyle?
Tu te prends pour une reine parce que ta tante est au ministère? Mon père dit que ta tante est une fouineuse. Il faudrait lui donner une bonne leçon.
Allez-vous-en!
Oh, we got the insta fade out. That's nice.
Oh non!
Yeah, you're doing great. And also, I'll take this opportunity then to remind people to please, if you have something to spare, donate to the Trevor Project, which is the charity that we are supporting this year, chosen by the community. It is a suicide prevention organization that works with LGBTQ plus youth, having resources also for parents and educators. So it is a great cause. If you want to know where to donate, you can do ! donate in the chat, and I will be reading out all the donations that come in. We are also less than 300 away from having raised more than we did collectively in Potterthon 1 through 5. So that's the next goal on our list.
That's PogChamp.
So yeah, that's really great, and it shows how much the community has grown and just how great this community is. So please, if you have anything to contribute towards that, then we really appreciate it. There are also some targets that you can donate towards. So far we have actually reached all of them except for this Hawk Shuffler, reduce intervals to 5 to 10 seconds. I have to admit, I do not know what that does.
Oh, there's a command for that.
Have... What?
I think there was a command for that, if I recall correctly.
Oh, maybe.
I am not so sure.
At least there are still 5 hours and 43 minutes and 30 seconds left to donate towards that goal. It's okay, Tavin. It's okay.
Only donate if you can.
Yes.
Don't
Like
blow
if
the
you're in
money. Don't
financial
do it if you
trouble.
don't. If you cannot.
exactly. We can't all be Amphis, who is still the top donator, who's started us off with $500, which is crazy.
That is nuts.
There will also be some additional donation targets during HP6.
Like potion skips.
More than potion skips, actually. We have quite some few fun targets coming up during HP6. So also feel free to hold your donations for that, because I would really like to see you guys hit some of those goals. But I won't say too much, you know. I'll just tease a little bit. Pruden will give more information on that later, as it was his initiative. Yeah, you are going to want to donate later during HP6 for sure.
Yep.
C'était formidable.
Merci, c'est sympa.
Like again, chat, and for the people that host, like, it is a bit. I feel a bit embarrassed that I don't talk that much, but that is due to what happened when in childhood I was bullied a lot, so I tend to be a bit more silent. So I'm not like the others, like Flo or Kartash, that can speak a lot. Like I'm like of the if it's not good in your mind, you don't say it. And that's mostly what happens during my HP5 runs. Like here I'm like super silent, but on actual runs that I do myself, I'm like way more vocal.
I think probably a lot of people can relate to that though, which is what I think is so great, like, about the Harry Potter speedrunning community. You know, like, there is definitely a space for everyone.
Yeah, it's a welcoming community. If it wasn't so, I wouldn't have joined in December. Which is also almost here. Yeah. And I'll be like on and off like a year in this community, like doing on and off some speedruns of HP3 and mostly HP5. Or sometimes 6 if I don't want to play 5.
Bonjour. Ouais, vous croyez qu'elles sont toutes cinglées?
Okay, there's a skip coming up that I haven't practiced in a long time. Well, not a long time, like I never practiced it a bit at all. Like, we want to hit a bench on where Harry would teleport when you talk to Colin.
Wingardium Leviosa! Action! Salut Colin.
Wow.
Qu'est-ce que tu fais?
I hit him, but it yet again didn't skip the dialogue. Well, that's a shame. Well, there's luckily another skip that can help.
Merci Harry, c'est génial. Il est là-haut, comment tu vas t'y prendre? Ça va être super, j'en suis sûr.
That is one thing with being nervous. Like, I tend to screw up most of the easiest skips. Just because of the fact that, yeah, I'm nervous as, like, really nervous, and then I tend to really screw up a lot.
It's okay.
Yeah.
And also, since we are talking about the community, you know, if anyone who are watching want to start speedrunning, you know, you feel free to, like, reach out. I know it can be scary. I know it can definitely be overwhelming because you don't know where to start. Maybe you haven't even used Live Split before, you know. But we also want to use this event as a way to reach more people, to inspire other people to join the Harry Potter speedrunning community, and to push these games to the limits. So, you know, you can talk to any of the moderators in chat, or really anyone in chat. A lot of people are very, very welcoming.
And helpful, yep.
And yeah, I have gotten things, like, I'm not a very good tech person. I have gotten things like with teaspoons or like describe very specifically what I'm supposed to do. And everyone has been so welcoming, not judgmental. You know, even our top players are
That is
just
one of the skips
very
that you can do
helpful.
on Colin. Like when, like what I just did was I prepared the where you would normally go when you play this casual, but what we do, we repower it and gets as close to the edge so that we can axia or depulso the camera off so that we can immediately go back on the wall. Can you climb up, Harry? Thank you. Well, the reason I go towards the... How is it called in English? I don't really know. The reason I go towards the viaduct is so that you can skip a dialogue where you're forced to walk. That's why you still hear the normal music, and when we enter Grand Staircase, it will change to other music again. Like about here, it changes back. So now we have to get one of the last gargoyles and the Wiggenwell potion for Zacharias because he's lazy to walk to it himself. Like, I remembered that I was also a bit like anxious in the relay race because it was my first time actually being part of something this big. This is my second time, so some parts of being still that scared to run it and fucking up or screw it. God, like that is still a bit implanted into me.
I mean, you crushed Mark in the relay race, so, you know.
Well, can you call it crushed when his game crashed?
Fair, fair.
Like I don't think like I crashed him. Like it was just like his game was like a bit. He didn't want to the game didn't want to cooperate with Mark. But the problems that he had with crashing can also occur from me, and hopefully not during this run. Like, crashing is the absolute worst. Like, imagine being on... being the part where you will go to, like, Dumbledore's office. That is mostly the part where I would crash on the way to Occlumency, which you can also crash in. Basically everywhere you can crash. Main menu. One time I had a crash when I went down to Defense Against the Dark Arts. Just by going near Myrtle. Caused a crash. Still don't know why. Let me think. I crashed on Voldy Occlumency once. Which made me mad so that I completely wiped away 2 hours of playtime in one run just because it crashed, which I am trying to stop from happening in this run. Like, I will continue no matter what happens.
So also what Yoshi is talking about here is the relay race that we did, which is a great opportunity to say that we have other stuff as well happening on the Potterthon channel. One of the things were the relay race, where there were 2 teams playing through all of the 8 Harry Potter PC games in a race. We also sometimes have other races. We have had some events with HP1 on PlayStation 1 Super Speed race.
I saw that.
We also have had a bingo tournament. Where we played HP5 PC bingo. So we have a lot of fun events throughout the year, not only Potterthon once a year. So as well, if you're lurking, feel free to follow the channel so that you don't miss us when we are live and doing all of this fun stuff and have the opportunity to just hang out and geek out with fellow Potterheads.
Potterheads, yep. Interesting term. So when we are grabbing the mollies, like we skip 2 of them when we save warp from Joe in the hourly where we're going right now, which saves us from walking back all the way, because otherwise it would take too long.
Même si Harry et moi on n'a pas pris arithmancie, Hermione, on sait compter jusqu'à 5.
Oh, thank you, Whip, for notifying that we got in a donation. Anne donated $20, saying, "Hello, sister." Hello, sister. That's I can only assume that is my sister, Anne. So thank you so much for that $20 donation. And we are now, I think, less than 250 away from reaching the milestone of racing more than Potterthon 1 through 5 combined. So that is great.
Tu vas bien?
Thank you so much.
Alors, Gryffondor a trouvé un nouveau gardien?
Oui, c'est mon ami, Ron Weasley.
Celui qui aime pas les
The fun thing about me being so anxious is how longer the run takes, the more I get comfortable talking again, but that can sometimes take a bit into the run.
Ah, très drôle.
Like, I think I would be able to explain more and explain the skips that I do if we get to making Hogwarts a mess, which I named so in my split files on my own run. I call them "We Make a Mess" because technically that's what you do. But first we have to catch this owl with, I don't know what that, well, chocolates. Of course. We have to grab the chocolates from the owl that refuses to come back to Cho. And yeah, that owl is pretty annoying. But so's Cho.
How could you say that about Cho? Yeah, this also has great music. So who's your least favorite character in this show?
Zacharias.
Why?
He's annoying.
Why?
And I usually get it from, like, he is so... I find him demanding. Like, teach us something useful. And then Ron will retaliate like, why wouldn't we use something against you? That would be useful. Not inciting violence, of course, but Ron just doesn't like Zacharias.
What about the Harry Potter franchise, though?
Normally, I don't know which characters I would hate. Of the baddies, of course.
I don't know, Voldemort is one of my favorite characters.
Like, he's kind of
obviously
cool, yeah.
not because of his morals, but like the way he was written, and I thought it was like interesting, like his whole backstory and everything.
Oh yeah, we're coming up to the first save warp of the run. Which, if you save warp wrong, you can crash your game. I've had that on like my first run. I tried the save warp and the save warp failed on Occlumency. Or I think it was the second one, when you go to Luna. Which also has a skip. A pretty cool skip at that, but also pretty annoying.
They just skip all the girls in this game, yep, except for Cho.
Well, you talk to Luna, of course. Where Nixo once in a run made get your meat back up.
Hey, Harry.
And he told them not to cut it, and I still did it anyway. sounded better in my head. Fuck. So yeah, usually when you save up, you have to like wait till you see the settings and then press continue. You don't want to enter spam. There's also a small skip when you go to the greenhouses where you skip one part of the dialogue where you can get the earmuffs early on. So you only have to press enter once. But then now we have to go back to Zacharias to give him his Wickenweld potion so he would finally think about coming to the room of requirement.
Succès, studieux!
Un esprit curieux est un esprit sain.
Like, I think I had for the first relay, I had the route next to me because I still didn't know it out of my head. But when you grind it as much as I would do, you would eventually learn the route out of your head and you would be able to autopilot most of it. So even if I'm like, right now I'm like really exhausted and like me wanting to sleep, I still manage to autopilot most of the stuff because it's so within my head. So we have to get the last gargoyle up here, which also has a small skip so that you can instantly run.
Je crois qu'il y a une gargouille qui parle près d'ici.
What is burning pants time?
Yep.
Oh, is that what you just explained? Or
like you incendio the gargoyle, which will hit Harry, so that Harry will stop his dialogue, so that you can instantly run again. So that doesn't.
Really burning face.
Yep, Harry will voluntarily burn his face off, just so that he can run again.
Will they voluntarily though? Because you're the one who made him do it. You're torturing me.
Yeah, but in turn Harry is doing it to me. Like if you would grind HP5 as much as I would do mostly every time I stream, you at some point feel like, why is this game so painful to run? But I'm also that one type of guy that went for the lol bought HP5 on Wii and played that. It was not fun. It was actually pretty painful. Like when you like are used to like mouse and keyboard and you play on Wii remote, you think like, how did they program that? Like for instance, here it's just easy, but if you want to do like Stupefy on like the Wii version, you have to put your nunchuck and Wii remote, you have to push it out. Which is not that bad, but the other spells like Wingardium Leviosa on the Wii, here you just use your WASD and your arrow keys, but there you have to actually move your nunchuck and Wii remote to the place you want it to go. And it is slow. Very slow. And that is one thing I don't like about running HP5 is the students tend to get a lot in your way. Like for instance, what just happened is he walked in there when I was going towards the bridge, he smacked into me.
Tu vois ces molly machin truc, Harry?
Well, at least it doesn't make you face plant.
Yeah, that is one good thing. You don't face plant, which I had on a good run. Like, I face planted multiple times in that run. Like, I face planted on the way to the Quidditch pitch. Face planted on the bridge. Not a good idea. Here you just get a bit pushed back, and that's it. So now we're going towards Luna for the last DA member, after which we can start learning some more spells we can use against enemies. But first we have to help her getting a... I don't know what it... Oh, I triggered the frogs. Oof. You don't particularly want to do that, because it will trigger another cutscene, the one with the cage. Okay, we walk down here. At least we don't trigger the cage, so that's nice.
Salut Ron, tu es venu
I think it's just a ball of meat.
Luna, on a trouvé un
At
endroit
which
pour les
there's
entraînements de défense
another
contre les
pretty
forces du
cool,
mal.
Je dois d'abord
pretty
nourrir
cool
le
stretch you
bébé
can do.
Mais il est très timide. Il ne s'approchera que si les adultes viennent d'abord.
D'accord. Nourrissons-les.
Il faut apporter la viande tout en haut de la clairière.
Like, instead of putting it behind the rocks, you can, like, if you do it correctly, you can depulso it all the way up up to where it needs to be going.
You're gonna go for that one?
I usually go for that one.
Do it. YOLO.
Il commence à descendre.
That is the strat. So you don't have to, like, Wingardium it 3 times. And this was the...
it.
Yep. And then we do another save warp, and the game crashed. Nice. Luckily it was on main menu, and not on the actual warp. So we just continue on. Annoying, yes. But we're on the main menu anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But one of my prophecies, my predictions came true though. Something will happen badly, and it happened. And I'm not mad about it because it was not on the main, it was on main menu and not actual in-game or on a cutscene. We don't.
Well, if nothing...
Well,
if nothing had happened, people would be like, it's scripted!
Well, that is the problem with certain, like, for instance, other runners, like, for example, I haven't seen iMac crash on HP5. Then I think that it's something in the game which doesn't like AMD processors, or it's just not adhering to, like, being FPS unlocked. But yeah, since we did do the meet and it was safe, so we just got back here, so technically didn't lose a lot of time. So now, yep, we have to learn Reducto, which you use for maybe a couple of times, especially on the second class.
Quand est-ce que tu vas nous apprendre un sort vraiment utile?
Hey, it's Zacharias, the character I don't like because he is kind of he's kind of an ass.
J'ai exactement le sort qu'il faut à Zacharias. Je suis sûre que Zacharias sera ravi de t'aider à faire une démonstration. Ah, le voilà. Rictus Sempra.
And for the people asking, no, I'm not gonna fulfill the prophecy of running Brother Bear here. Nah, I'm not gonna do that because why would I?
Hey, Zacharias.
I think actually Brother Bear is on the schedule as well.
Yeah.
For tomorrow night.
Yeah, but on the relay race it was unscripted.
True. So Brother Bear is on the schedule because it's kind of there as a meme because and they will probably talk more about it tomorrow as well, but it uses kind of the same engine and like the developer team, I think, as HP5 PC. So it has a lot of the same glitches. So a lot of the Harry Potter HP2 PC speedrunners have crossed over and done several.
Oh, we can freeze things now.
On the Brother Bear speedrun.
We can freeze Ron. Ron is gonna be frozen for maybe like a couple more seconds, or at least until you talk to the last person you need to, because Ron is still standing there frozen.
Je sais ce qu'on va faire. Tu peux chercher le Levicorpus, Hermione?
Which is actually pretty funny. Because even if he gets teleported for the first part, he just then unfreezes and then he gets dragged upside down.
Regarde-moi.
Imagine being run in HP5, first frozen and then hanged on the ankles.
Doucement, Harry. Je te croyais, Harry. Qu'est-ce que tu as?
Oh, it's this cutscene.
Tu es vraiment un bon prof, Harry.
You know what that means, chat?
Judy.
I would do it myself, but yeah, I don't have chat open at all.
Harry, Harry! Ron, c'est ton père! Vite! Il faut aller voir McGonagall! Harry, qu'est-ce qui se passe?
It's a cutscene
Arrête de
anyway.
t'expliquer. Il faut trouver le professeur McGonagall! Viens!
So yeah, Ron's father got attacked, so now we can go down. Fat lady is going nuts in the background. Something about chocolate? I don't know, I don't speak French.
Who speaks French, weird champ?
Well, I certainly don't. Only thing I know in French is baguette.
Faites moins de bruit.
Oui, oui.
Oui, oui. Baguette.
Finas,
Oh,
vous devez aller square Grimoire dans votre portrait.
I had a run that was actually had Ginny Skip 2 in it, and it crashed on this exact cutscene.
Vous souhaitez me voir, monsieur le directeur?
It was like 4 a.m.
J'ai bien peur que ça ne
and I
puisse
felt like,
attendre jusqu'au matin.
Suivez-moi,
really
Potter.
now? That's such good pace too.
Maintenant.
And I felt like,
James est allé voir Molly.
damn.
Nous faisons en sorte que ton
It
père
was a
soit
good run,
découvert par les
but
gens qu'il faut.
if you play the game like you expect it sometimes to crash.
Vous êtes ici pour apprendre l'occlumencie, la défense magique de l'esprit.
After this part we get another cutscene and we get back in Grimmauld Place, which people call the horrible place with cameras.
Modifié. S'il prend conscience de cette connexion, l'occlumencie vous aidera à vous protéger. Je vais essayer d'entrer
Which you have to
de
spam
force
your
dans
keys
votre
for.
esprit.
When I did this on the Wii, you had to actually move your Wii remote in the place where Snape was moving. Like, I didn't know. Did I? Like, I wouldn't know. Did I? Like, am I supposed to use a stick for this? And then I found out, no, you have to shake your Wii remote in the direction he was going. And I think, how did this get past playtesting? You can also see, like, when his arm is up and, like, I try to predict what direction it's going, and if I find the right direction, I just spam the key. Like I had on, I think my 133 one, I had so much RNG, so good RNG with the arrow keys that even when this one wand wasn't up, I would already been at the next one. Like, I wasn't able to do that yet again. Would be pretty cool though, because it saved 5 seconds on the gold. So now we're back at Grimmauld Place with dialogue you cannot skip for some reason, which is Sedge. But people call it like the camera is very annoying here because it's so weirdly placed. I actually find it pretty easy to walk around. Because usually when you play the game a lot, you know exactly where the cameras are going so that you can preemptively turn. That's what I also do when I get out of the Flaming Earwig's portrait on the 5th floor. Like you see that the camera is different, but you can you will still move forward if you went in the portrait like forward and you keep it. You will still move forward. Then you just have to tap A like left once and you will turn left. So now
No, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Alright, I am going to sign off from hosting for a little bit now. I will be preparing as I will be racing Pruden in about an hour in HP6. But it has been great hosting you. I will be back with more hosting tomorrow morning. So stay tuned for that. And also stay tuned for the fun extra donation incentives during HP6 that you will hear more about once that speedrun has started. But I've had a lot of fun. Thank you for all the donations. Keep them coming and be nice to our next host. Don't bully him too bad, but
don't insult next host. Nope.
Alright, well, I'll see you guys around.
Bye bye.
Merci de me le rappeler.
So we now go to the second occlumency part. Because you cannot you can never have too much occlumency. I don't like what that student is doing. But that is me hating on Hufflepuff. Because they like to get in my way, smack into me. Doing that. Like exactly, she will be like that Hufflepuff student went on the outside, which for people that know that I run this a lot, they know that I have a genuine hatred for the students in HP5 and 6 because they just tend to get in your way. Because in one of my runs, I lost 10 seconds to the students staying on the staircase and talking like that. With what you now see with Ravenclaw and Gryffindor there.
Fichus espions! Ah, ils sont partout!
So yeah, now we go to Snape. Those were 2 Hufflepuffs standing in my way. Which is not fine. Boss champ?
On a de la bière au beurre. Tu veux te joindre à nous?
Rogue me surveille. J'aurai des ennuis s'il voit que je ne fais pas mes devoirs.
Like most of the castles 5 and 6 have the most, I find that the most interesting castles. Like not like I never played 4 because of my sentiment like don't play 4 when you don't have to because it's a curse. HP3 was fine.
Vous êtes en retard, Potter.
HP 1 and 2, 2 was fine. 1 not so much. That's alright, yeah.
Qu'est-ce qui s'est passé, Potter?
Je viens de réaliser... Qu'y a-t-il au département des mystères?
Quoi?
J'avais oublié que je l'avais vu quand je suis allé à l'audience. J'en ai souvent rêvé. Et Voldemort y a souvent pensé. Qu'est-ce qu'il cherche là-bas?
Le département des mystères renferme beaucoup.
Like, I find it funny that in certain languages the characters' names are changed. In like English and for example, Dutch sounds like
Salut Harry.
Snape and Snape sounds exactly the same, but in French it's not.
L'AD est une réussite. Nous
But
faisons
yeah.
tous d'énormes progrès.
I have to entertain some part with whatever I come up with in my head. Oh yeah, we have to go to the room of requirement now because they want to know how to do an like a Patronus. Like in, I think in the relay I made a routing mistake where I went over the bridge in the background and not over the viaduct. But I'm not making that mistake here. There's a way to make the AI more aggressive on the fight in the room of requirement. But you will see it later when I get there.
Chenapan en chantant. Spero patronum!
That was the most uncomfortable conjuring of Patronus ever. Like, I had my left hand on the arrow keys. Like, usually when something like this happens, I spam both my middle finger and point finger. I don't know how the fingers go. Blech. You know what?
Tu es fichu, Potter.
Like that. I don't know the name. I'm paprika with that. But you see that I'm like switching very rapidly between the different characters to make them more aggressive so that they can kill me faster. Oh no, Umbridge found out what we're doing.
50 points pour Serpentard. Je m'occupe de lui.
This is a pretty long cutscene. A pretty long one.
Je suis désolée.
I don't like the cutscene.
Allez, fini la plaisanterie. Ça vous va si je rédige ma confession?
Professeur!
Pas un mot, Harry. J'ai donné l'ordre à Harry de former cette organisation. Et c'est moi le seul responsable de ses activités. Mais je crains fort de ne pas avoir l'intention de vous accompagner.
So yeah, when we get back to Hogwarts, you will see that several boards are installed, several speakers that will blurt out, that will tell like certain school rules, like you cannot run in the hallways, or that nifflers are dangerous. But first we have to go do something else. It's all grimy, but I don't like the setting. I like it when it's more like sunny and not like all grimy. So yeah, Hermione tells us that, hey, Draco and his boys are at Hagrid's. We should help Hagrid. And we just passed through like Transfiguration Courtyard and Clock Tower. Like, after we go back towards the Clock Tower, there's another stretch you can do with one of the swamp boxes.
Fichus espions.
Ah, ils sont partout.
À quoi ça sert?
Turning is not easy when you like haven't played this in a while. Well, that's a lie. I play this almost every day.
I'm gonna mute because people are bullying.
Bully? Chat, it's not nice to bully Blo. Kick. But also hi Blo.
Ooh. Ron is looking hog.
What? It's alright. I missed several of the good skips, but I can make it up with threats that had not been really used so much yet. But yeah, most of the failing is because of the anxiety I have. Like, mostly it wouldn't happen on my own. But that's because I'm running in Potterthon at the moment.
That's alright, you're doing perfect.
Yeah, I think... Like, normally, on my own, I would, like, constantly, like, yell, like, get out of my way, or stop being annoying, stupid stare. And now I'm just, like, mostly silent just because of Potterthon.
That's fine, you're playing good. That's good entertainment anyways.
Potter a pris son temps.
Oh boy, we have to fight Draco and his goons. And instead of using Stupefy, we use Rictus Sempra. Jewel could have gone a bit better, but it's alright. It's not so bad having one crash though. Yet.
Oh, where did you crash?
Hmm?
Where did you crash?
Main
I
menu.
missed it. Oh wow. Did your
Literally
crash
on
continue too early?
no. I quitted out to main menu after Cho.
Mm-hmm.
No, wait, it was Luna. I did Luna's insta meet. I went to main menu, and on main menu, when I selected continue adventure, I crashed.
Yeah, it's not too bad. It's like a pretty fast crash.
Like, you just reload the game and reload save, which is not so bad.
Yeah, that's pretty fast.
Yep. Oh, we're coming up to Colin with a minute-long dialogue about putting boxes in. It sounds better in my head. I'm not gonna say it.
Non, je n'arrive pas à lancer les sorts que tu nous as appris. Si seulement j'y arrivais, je pourrais enfin leur montrer à cette stupide brigade inquisitoriale. Tu sais qu'ils
There's a
dénoncent
small
en
trick
ouvrage des
where
élèves qui n'ont
you
rien fait.
place a box as soon as possible so that the other one spawns
During the cutscene.
While the cutscene is
Ils
playing.
m'ont donné ces boîtes de chocolat de chez
But
Honeydew
it
pour la
is
brigade
a bit
inquisitoriale.
tricky.
Mais je peux pas rentrer dans la
It's not so tricky if you know what you do.
Quoi? Vraiment?
Oui, mais
Like, there's also, like,
Je vais leur envoyer des chocolats à la brigade inquisitoriale. Ce ne sont pas vraiment des chocolats, ce sont des beuglantes très puissantes. Quand les membres de la
I will
brigade
still
les ouvriront,
try and
ils
grind
seront
though,
poursuivis
Flo.
par des beuglantes qui leur crieront dessus. Fred et George ont des idées géniales.
Like, I know where I can save time now, which is nice. Oh, nice incendio, Harry. Harry did a 360 while casting incendio. Trying to be an
Nice
expert.
line spin.
Yep.
Oh waouh, c'était moins une. Tu imagines leur tête quand ils recevront les beuglantes? Ça y est, Harry, passe dedans. Préviens-moi quand tu auras atteint le... D'accord. Tu y es?
Okay, now we're inside.
Ouah, tu as réussi. T'es un super bon grimpeur, Harry. Vraiment.
Merci. Fais-moi vite passer les boîtes avant qu'Ombrage arrive.
D'accord. Wingardium Leviosa, c'est en route.
Wow.
Voilà, tu l'as eu?
Ouais, merci.
Fred et George m'ont dit de mettre les boîtes
I think
dans
I
les
got
nichoirs
it.
vides. Il y a des nichoirs en bas, dans les étages et
That
dans les
looks good.
poules.
Yep, I got it. Fuck.
Envoie une autre boîte,
Oh.
Colin.
D'accord. Wingardium Leviosa.
What? What was that?
Tous les nichoirs du rez-de-chaussée.
Did you see that, chat?
Oh wow.
What the fuck?
Wingardium
That was
Leviosa.
interesting.
Why did I clip through the through the. Why did I clip through the stairs? What the fuck? That is strange, but it was pretty funny.
Ça y est, envoie la dernière. C'est génial, Harry. Wingardium Leviosa.
The most exciting strats are though with the swamps. Those are the best, in my opinion.
You're pretty good.
Je ne peux pas atteindre la fenêtre. Elle est trop haute.
Like on the worst one, it's maybe like a 203, 204 in the worst case scenario. Like I think the most recent one was a 202.
Yeah, you put like a pretty good estimate for that. I think a 205 bullet is like pretty... It's not like terribly hard to get for you, but with crashes and stuff, can be a bit tricky.
Yep. But I also tried a bit of experimenting with what is faster in the Bellatrix fight flow. Like for instance, you told another runner that you should call Stupefy on Lucius first, right?
Well, it's not the fastest strat is to go for the suicide, but I think the going for the kill is more consistent.
Yep. I also managed in a practice run on a practice on the segment with the RNG. I got very lucky with the bridge duel.
Yeah, that duel can be really annoying, especially if they
go out of bounds. If they go out of bounds, then I usually get a bit of like annoyed, like, why are you going out of bounds?
Yep.
But that didn't happen on the practice. They were just like all in the circle, and they were falling one after one. Which was pretty fast.
Pretty good.
Yep. But yeah, I usually practice on save states with strat. Oh yeah, we're coming to one of the first swamps in the segment. You first want to do a bench on the X so that when you talk to Luna, you don't have to do it when you're done talking to her. I think I got the same strat on when I did my Wii run flow. Chat. Was not a
Wii is cursed.
Yep, Wii is extremely cursed. That fucking bench is cursed. What the fuck is that?
Oh wow. Maybe you can climb on it if you're lucky.
I had one run where I would climb up to one of the speakers and the bench fell off and I could still interact with the speaker. No, it doesn't work. Such.
Sedig.
Yep, Sedig. But we might be fine if we... I might be fine if I get this strat where I don't have to walk down.
Yep. Yeah, the strat coming up can really screw you over, because sometimes the swarm just lands in front of Ron's feet and you cannot do anything.
Fuck.
Oh.
Then we're coming up to Clock Tower.
Probably the worst part of the run. Very
stupid. The bed of the run is, for me, actually the beginning, because it's so it's for me almost unbeatable at some points to beat my time on the beginning of the, like when you go to the A. It's pretty annoying. Only when I got a fat time save somewhere, I could maybe like stop 26 room of requirement. But that's pretty hard.
On déplace quelques rouages.
et l'horloge deviendra folle. Allez Harry, ce plan est génial. Ok, c'est parti.
Je ne peux pas aider. Je suis toujours préfète.
Nice camera angle.
Mais si je vais dans la cour et que je monte la garde, je ne ferai rien de mal, pas vrai? Préviens-moi quand ce sera fini. Ron, tu es préfet toi aussi.
So now we have to put the cogs from one side to the other. Oh man, that sounded better in my head. Holy fuck.
C'est trop cool.
Now we have to go up and get the rest.
Génial. Il y a sûrement un moyen de faire encore empirer les choses. Jette un coup d'œil en haut.
There's a warp coming up after
I'm not doing that warp, Flo.
Oh, come on.
That warp is RNG. You can get
do it for the content.
But then you get stuck in another cutscene showing that the cogs are there.
Yep, cogs.
Yep. Like you can, if you go down, you can actually, if you stand a bit far off, you can not trigger the cutscene, which is actually pretty handy.
This warp is hog mark.
Not
Yeah,
when you're on a good
essentially-
time, and it sucks.
Essentially, you try to leave the room as
And Dean will
as you
teleport
put
you
down
back
all
in.
here, and then Dean will talk to you and tell you, "Hey,
Come back
I
here,
need
you bastard! You're not done."
And you just get warped right in front of the gears. It saves a bit of walking, but it is really random.
Yep, it's
sometimes.
random. That's why I didn't go for it.
Au moins maintenant, elle y réfléchira à 2 fois avant de mettre la main sur Poudlard.
Viens, mon vieux.
There's also another skip coming up soon, which I actually started to integrate in my runs as well. But that's after we trigger the first speaker.
Tu peux me montrer le sortilège que nous a appris Flitwick? Je ne le retiendrai jamais. Si on s'entraîne ensemble à la divination, je t'aiderai. Hé, Harry!
Very useful cutscene showing
On a besoin de toi.
coming up, showing the night for literally no
Je
reason.
vous rappelle qu'il est interdit de faire passer des messages en cours.
Ces annonces sont vraiment insupportables. On pense savoir comment les saboter, mais on a besoin de ton aide.
D'accord.
Tu nous aides à bouger ça, puis tu montes et tu verses la potion de babillage sur le haut-parleur. Bonjour. Bonne
Yeah,
idée.
the chair, the bench
Super.
is gone.
Allons-y.
Voilà la potion. On va monter la garde, Harry.
On veille à ce que personne ne t'interrompe.
Climb, Harry. Did he place it? Did I place it wrong? Oh, that's fine.
Looks good.
Verse la potion dessus.
Could have been worse.
Never mind. Yeah, most of the speakers are usually fine, but the one near library
is pretty shit.
Is known for being very cursed, and
And the
sometimes
portrait
just doesn't want to
accompanying it. That portrait can also be cursed.
Yeah, that is.
By
yeah, sometimes
opening,
you get
by
lucky,
staying
the
open.
portrait stays open, and you
You can
save,
just
have
go
a
back in.
decent,
espions. Ils nous observent. Ils nous observent tous.
keep hogging.
Yep. PogChamp.
Not a swamp strat coming up.
I hope so.
If Yoshi gets a Slytherin student, he'll be able to start a duel and activate the swamp cutscene during the duel.
I think
and
I'll had it, yep.
You get a Slytherin? Not sure. That's a Slytherin, right?
That are
She
two.
just bullied a
Hog.
Hufflepuff, so... Oh, yeah.
Come on, Harry. Stop being Pepega. You. Harry.
This thread is really annoying. You're trying
Got it.
to you're trying to test Akio on the swamp, but Harry is also, or Dip also, but Harry is also trying to target the other opponents. So yeah, optimally you only get one student,
But
and
there were
essentially
two.
what it saves is having to
Fight 3 of them.
Fight the 3 of them. If you get lucky, you only have one student, and you only have to kill one of them.
But I got it though, which is Pog. I've been trying to learn another strat, but it's pretty annoying to get, because if I try that, I will do Pulse or Swamp instead.
Mm-hmm. I mentioned that I hate this game. I hate this game. Or anyone that doesn't.
And yet, here I am playing HP5.
Bonjour, Harry.
One good thing comes out of this run, though. If I'm done, I can go to bed.
Sure.
Yep.
Il n'y a pas d'eau-parleur ici?
Tu peux nous aider en...
Wingardium Leviosa!
When is the PS1 race? Let me look at the schedule.
Bench, why you take so long? Get down. There you go.
Voilà la...
What? What happened there? Damn. Did Harry just clip up the bench?
Oh, nice. Yep. Are you doing some true magic?
Yep, but he didn't. He cannot climb them, sadly.
Merci pour ton aide, Harry.
Sidic, yep. But it was pretty funny though.
Les enfants, n'oubliez pas d'être très très vilain.
Super, on se retrouve près du haut-parleur suivant. Dépêche-toi ou quelqu'un finira par découvrir qu'on casse les haut-parleurs.
Il nous reste encore à trouver 4 haut-parleurs.
And no hope for reach for good stair RNG going up to the 3rd floor. Because if you get, in my case, if you get worse RNG, you lose 19 seconds on the split. Which is not very fun. Sidic. Shit stairs. But I don't have a timer for myself, so that's fine.
Cherchons les autres haut-parleurs.
On a préparé plus... Voilà la potion.
I didn't trigger you yet, damn. Oh well. At least saves me from doing it again.
Super.
Okay, wow. Nice.
Les bombes à bourre sont interdites. Monsieur Rousard, mangez sa lettre.
Ombrage dit enfin des choses sensées.
Now we go to the cursed benches, the library ones.
Just message him on Facebook, Karko, yep.
With worst stairs.
As lucky.
Yep.
The cycle are actually, when you go to 3rd floor or to any map that's not Grand Staircase, everything is actually frozen. So what we usually do is manipulate the stairs so that we have a set of stairs ready when we come out of 3rd floor, but not always the case. Also, those portraits, for some reason, are floating when you play in low graphics, but not in high graphics, because it makes sense.
But I don't want to. But most runners don't play in high graphics. No, well, most of them play. Like, I know a couple of runners that do that. Not saying it's bad.
Super, on se retrouve près du haut-parleur suivant. Dépêche-toi ou quelqu'un finira par découvrir qu'on casse les haut-parleurs.
Climb off, Harry. It's not so hard. Don't be afraid.
Succès studieux.
Vous pouvez passer, Monsieur Potter.
Sometimes if you get smacked by either Ron or Hermione when you're talking to the portrait, the dialogue gets skipped. Which is pretty funny.
J'ai un nouveau télescope. Tu veux qu'on aille faire le devoir d'astronomie?
We're also coming up to maybe the last couple of maybe almost the last segment.
Tu peux nous aider? Voilà la potion. On va monter la garde, Harry. Vite!
Les élèves doivent savoir qu'endommager les haut-parleurs est tout à fait permis.
Ils ont dû remarquer qu'on avait saboté les autres.
Gonna get the last swamp very soon.
Then the last speaker, and then we go back to Snape.
This last swamp, if we could do the strat that we do on the Luna swamp, it would save a lot of time, but
what
does
is
not
it about?
work. Unfortunately.
Let me guess, incendio it.
Bah mon vieux. Ils ne nous ont pas
Is
facilité
it incendioing the box while it's being carried down?
Tu peux m'aider à atteindre
I
le
mean,
premier
yeah,
rebord?
that's what we do on Luna.
Could technically work, but it probably doesn't.
We've tried it, but you're like, it just goes out of range.
Yep.
But yeah, this is probably the worst one because there's a lot of climbing. It's very boring.
And a lot of Harry making noise. Climb, Harry. It's not so hard.
At least we get a cool soundtrack where a flute is gonna be used at some point. Get ready for the flute. I can't remember one day.
And the fake F.
Actually, you probably can't hear it. The game is pretty loud. But trust me, there is a flute in that soundtrack, and it's Pog.
Yep. No flute. Wait.
Might be on the way back.
Yep.
Excellent. Apportons ça au milieu de la cour.
There it is.
Pog.
And the fake Fs from Ron.
Check.
And now to climb down. Now finally done with climbing. Now people are gonna be engulfed in the swamp. Never to be seen again. Now we're going to the last of the speakers.
We'll get a small cutscene with Draco.
Which he basically says, "Hey, go to Snape for your lesson." Yep.
So we'll be the last Occluments. Actually, no, that's not true. Not the
Nah,
last
this is the
Occluments.
last.
Second last.
Second to last.
The last one from Snake.
Then the last one will be 40.
Wingardium Leviosa!
Run, come on. Come on, Fit.
Yeah, this bench is really hard because you want to try to
And not
right in
move
the
in
corner.
this and not move into the range so that the twins can talk to you.
So yeah, you want to put that bench like right in the corner next to the speaker, but it's really awkward because you don't really have a lot of space to move it. And if you're a bit too close from the second bench, you'll just stuck on it. Not fun.
And that was the last speaker.
Je ne crois pas. On ne l'entendra plus. Merci, Harry. Oui, merci. Eh, je te pardonne ton attitude au bal de Noël l'an dernier.
Ah, merci.
À plus tard, Harry.
And that was Draco. Left as soon as he arrived. Oh, those are the howlers. I think Snape actually insults you in French.
Potter, vous êtes-vous exercé?
Oui.
C'est ce que nous allons voir très vite. Votre baguette, Potter.
Tu vas chasser Rogue d'un souvenir. Oui.
Now Rogue is pissed.
Ça suffit! Vos leçons sont
Rogue
terminées.
a été vaincu.
Sortez!
Fred et George veulent te voir au 5e étage.
I hit him and it didn't count. Setch.
Cherchons Fred et George.
It's a small strat where you can save a tiny bit of time.
Yeah, similar to the Dean skip, you wanna, instead of using a bench, you use
your own body.
build. That one only saves like 3 seconds, so it's not too bad.
No. Yeah, I missed Dean skip.
Oof.
Yep, because I was nervous as hell.
Fred et George t'attendent dans le couloir du 5e étage.
It's a dig.
Yup. That's what you get when you're all nervous When you're all nervous, you tend to do stuff wrong. But luckily the rest went pretty fun. Oh yeah, I also missed Colin by the same way. Like it hit. You would hear Hermione being hurt by the bench, but it would not be enough. And that went the same with Colin. Like you heard Harry like being in pain, but it didn't work.
Hey Fred, George, quelque chose ne va pas.
Wasn't
On a été
pain.
dénoncé.
Was champ?
Ombrage a appris que c'était nous qui avions fourni les petits cadeaux qu'elle a reçus. Qu'est-ce que vous allez faire? J'ai toujours dit que notre avenir était ailleurs que dans les performances scolaires. Je pense exactement la même chose.
Tout est prêt, le marécage est en place.
Gardez l'œil ouvert et la tête baissée et allez dans le hall d'entrée. C'est de là que vous verrez le mieux. Le spectacle va commencer. Je crois qu'un incendio ou un réducto.
You see what I mean? I instantly pulso it instead. Which is sad.
Man. So yeah, this swamp.
I don't even
can
tap
be-
twice. It
The
just does
cutscene
that.
of this swamp can be skipped if you do if you cast on it like pretty much as soon as possible. You can skip this cutscene showing the swamp.
But it sadly didn't work this time.
It's about 13 seconds if I remember correctly.
Je crois
At
qu'il
least
est
I
l'heure de
tried it.
partir, Fred.
Did.
Flying time. With another minute-long cutscene.
Action balai. Dommage qu'on n'en ait plus. C'est pas grave. Prends la tête de Ombrage, ça m'a pas plu. Pourvu qu'elle essaie un sort de disparition. Tu crois qu'elle sera vraiment touchée si ça les multipliera par 10?
Je vous tiens.
It's easy to know when to stop flying fast.
Incendio Reducto et on s'en va.
Okay. We're going to the last part, which is the duels.
Au plaisir de ne plus vous revoir. Inutile de prendre de nos nouvelles, crapaud. Rends-lui la vie infernale, Peeves.
So, during this very long cutscene, we'll remind you that we are Potterthon, a yearly Harry Potter-based speedrunning event raising money for charity. This year we have decided to support the Trevor Project, a non-profit organization focused on suicide prevention efforts amongst the LGBTQ+.
Tu es sûr que tu vas bien?
So every donation is
Mais
greatly
Voldemort a Sirius.
appreciated.
Je l'ai vu. Mais et si Voldemort voulait que tu vois ça? Pour t'attirer?
Et alors? Je suis censé laisser mourir Sirius? La
One of the
cheminée du
best
bureau
GIF
d'ouvrage.
emotes came from
On peut
this
utiliser le
cutscene.
réseau pour contacter Sirius. Venez.
Yep. You were going to Dumbledore, weren't you?
Très bien. Le sortilège de Loris
Come
devrait
forward,
vous
the
délier la
slut.
langue.
Non,
Yep.
c'est illégal. Même le ministre
I
Fudge.
actually turned down my game in volume mixer.
Je savais que Dumbledore préparait quelque chose.
Now it's not hurting my ears
Alors,
because
c'est
it was so
une
loud.
Montrez-la moi. Alors, où est cette arme? Il n'y en a pas, c'est ça. Je déteste les enfants. Eh bien, si je dois régler les derniers
And the
détails,
lip syncing is so offset.
je ferai ce
Like
qui
the
doit
cutscene,
être
she
fait.
speaks, but the audio is not there.
Vous n'avez rien à faire ici. C'est l'affaire
Yeah, I
du
think they
ministère.
just messed it up when doing the French dialogues. Because I think it is synced on the English version, but
Arrêtez! Stop!
And here they just don't give a damn.
I mean, it's HP5. You can't really expect it.
HP5, you cannot really expect what will happen. But that's HP5 in a nutshell.
Je suis la sous-secrétaire d'État de
Yep.
l'hôtesse Jane Ombrage.
Yes, you are! I cannot speak French. I'm not gonna attempt that again, no.
Il faut rejoindre Sirius. Dépêchons.
Okay, we're going to the first RNG battle.
Comptes-tu faire le trajet jusqu'à Londres?
Il faut retourner au château.
With good music playing, yep.
Actually, a small skip in that cutscene if Crabbe or Malfoy, any of those two get hit during the cutscene where they're talking.
Well, don't go out of bounds, please, game.
They unfortunately didn't hit.
Ah, come on.
This duel is
really shit.
Not as bad as the next one coming up, but still.
Interesting.
Oh wow. Malfoy almost tried to go out of bounds.
Yep. Almost. Luckily, he went back in.
Also best soundtrack of the game.
Yep.
By the way.
Another cutscene coming up.
You can actually soft lock in this cutscene for some reason, where he just like stands still and doesn't want to. It's very fun when that happens.
Et s'il n'avait jamais été ici? Et si Voldemort t'avait montré Sirius
But first
pour te
we have
piéger?
cutscene.
Il y a ton nom là-dessus, Harry.
Celui qui a le pouvoir de vaincre le Seigneur des Ténèbres approche.
I think I go for the kill for
Le
the
Seigneur des Ténèbres
where I
le
would
marquera comme
kill them
son
instead.
égal. Mais il aura un pouvoir que le Seigneur des Ténèbres ignore. Et l'un devra
There's an
mourir de
in-game
la main
cutscene
de
coming
l'autre.
up, and you can actually lose or save time on it. If a Death Eater hits you during the cutscene or not, and you can also get stopped on Genie, and sometimes you can just like run through it. Usually get stopped at least once. Oh no! Oh, never mind. That was really unlucky. That was almost perfect, and then of course a Genie had to ruin everything.
Yep, Ginny. Always Ginny.
Voyons si l'on dit
And
pas.
this is by far the worst fight of the run. It's a very
Worst fight
inconsistent.
ever.
Lucius Malfoy. Donne-moi la prophétie, Potter.
Are you going for the kill or the suicide?
When I did it on practice kill went a bit faster.
Donne-la-moi. Ne t'approche pas de mon filleul.
So I think I go for kill.
Mais maintenant, on prend la relève.
It did kill one of my good runs though.
Te battre avec des enfants, Malfoy.
But since I have no timer and no gods to compare to, I don't give a damn.
Maintenant.
But yeah, for this duel, you can either go for a fight or like for the kill, or you try to kill both Lucius and Bellatrix, or the suicide, where you essentially cast several spells, because only Bellatrix will use Potato a lot, and she will reflect a lot of your spells. If you time an Expelliarmus correctly, you get knocked down by the spells you cast at Bellatrix, and then the Expelliarmus just kills you. It's very fun. But it's also pretty inconsistent.
Can I not be fricked there? Fuck it.
It's probably better to go for the kill.
Yeah. Went for kill, got killed instead.
For the suicide, I mean.
I went D-E-A-D, yep. Oh no, Sirius is dead. Yeah. Sad egg.
I mean, sad. Sorry.
Sorry, Harry, but not really.
It looks like we're gonna get like a perfect death.
Now we're gonna get full defied, which has a last skip if you do it right. In which you can basically skip the third phase, which is PogChamp. If you time an Expelliarmus correctly when he goes up in smoke and comes back down, you can hit him and he is down.
Yeah, ideally you want to get what we call a 2-cycle, where you cast a lot of spells in Voldemort and it reflects them, and if you do it good, if you get enough spell, and if you get lucky, because there's also a bit of RNG involved,
of course.
you can make that in 2 cycles.
Can you be hit, Baldy? For fuck's sake. There we go.
Right at the end of the second cycle, if Yoshi finds an Expelliarmus as well, and if Voldemort doesn't move, you will skip the first phase entirely.
It didn't hit him, what? Probably a bit too far.
This is looking like a 3-cycle.
Tu ne vois pas que c'est fini?
Oh, I hate this whole divide. Holy shit.
Yeah, like, The strat is to cast spells at Voldy and play much only, but your Stupefy can sometimes despawn for no reason.
Got him.
Qu'est-ce qui s'est passé, Dumbledore? La vieille
What?
disparue.
That was really weird. He started trolling.
Je vais te tuer, vieil homme. Ta propre mort ne signifie rien pour toi.
Voldemort!
Harry, ne t'approche
I still
pas de
hear
là.
something burn. I still hear his effect.
Mais
like, what the fuck?
During this very intense gameplay, we'll say that we got a Pendulum donation by Anonymous with a heart on the message. Heart back. Thank you very much for your donation.
Fuck Anonymous, yep. I am not lucky with this, with those keys, holy moly. Oh, there we are. And that would be
Vous
time,
ne
yep.
connaîtrez jamais l'amitié, ni la loyauté, ni l'amour, ni le vrai bonheur. Et j'en
I suggest I just kill it there. Yep.
Good run.
Yep. Was pretty stuff. It was alright. Well.
Thank you very much. That was very good. Right
a pleasure.
underestimated by like 40 seconds. So 40-50 seconds. Really good.
Yep. My pleasure.
Alright. Coming up, we have an HP6 race. Prudent Gaming versus June Helro. And because we reached the donation goal, we will see 3 potion skip from each runner. Just a quick reminder, a potion skip is a frame perfect trick. It's very difficult and you lose a lot of time if you fail it.
Yep.
So that will be entertaining. Yeah. Do you have anything else to say?
I will now reward myself with sleep. Yep.
Alright. Have a very good sleep.
Yep. Many thanks.
And yeah, I guess we'll just switch over to the next round.
Yep. Goodbye.
Bye bye.